your love is what is keeping me awake. A new beginning, it won't hold up to the end. And I promise you will never be the same. You're my victim, you're my reason to live. You're my obsession, you make up my story. You're my reality. You're my obsession. You know my weakness and all the pain I've caused to you. And you love me even though I am a fool. You see my darkness, but I seek forgiveness when I come to you. I can't promise I won't break the rules. You're my victim, you're my reason to live. You're my obsession, you make up my story. You're my reality. You're my obsession. You're my victim, you're my reason to live. You're my obsession, you make up my story. You're my reality. You're my obsession. You're my victim, you're my victim, you're my victim. You're my obsession, you make up my story. You're my reality. You're my obsession.
Hello, Internet. How is everyone on this nice Saturday? Today we are training upper body. We will be benching, doing some close grip bench. It's a variation that will involve the triceps a little bit more. Favor the development. Just getting my pre-workout ready. Good old creatine that I'm going to be putting in. I need that, there it is. Dry it up too. Creatine, citrulline mallet. Taurine, DAA, beta-alanine, agmatine, and betaine. That's how I make mine. What do you guys put in your pre-workout? Is this on? This is on. We're good. Levels are clear. I am not talking in the void, which happens too many times for me. Putting some agmatine. Get that NOS boosted. Betaine. Today we won't go stims. We had stims for leg day yesterday. I usually keep stims for days that I either don't feel like working out or it's going to be a gruesome workout. Usually those are like deadlift or back day and squat leg day, as those are very taxing exercises, especially since I'm doing like volume work, so lots of reps. Lots and lots and lots of reps. So this week I'm in the 8 rep range. I'm going to be doing on the screen showing I'm going to be doing 4 sets of 8 of close grip bench at a load of 185 pounds, which is about 75% of my 1 rep max. And I should end the set at an RPE of 8, meaning I should still have 2 reps in reserve every time I complete 8 repetitions. All right, so we got the betaine in. We're gonna take like half a pill of caffeine, which is about 100 milligrams. But I already had 2 coffee this morning. All right. Pre-workout's almost ready. We just need to add the flavor, and we're gonna be able to do our warm up. All right, we got our nuclear mix in there. I'm just gonna add water and watch it grow. Legs are a little sore from yesterday's squats, but yesterday was a very good session. Probably one of the best sessions I've had in leg day in a while. And I had a good bench session early on this week, Tuesday, where I matched my last bench PR before my injury. So we've regained the strength we had lost. Let's hopefully we can grow from there. Injury free for a little bit. All right, so we got a pre-workout done. We're gonna get the theanine and the caffeine in. All right, while we finish out our pre-workout, we're just gonna set the gym and start warming up. All right, shoes are on. Let's and I think close grip, I need to get the J-cups a little bit higher. Or set the safeties the right height. All right, the equipment is ready. We just need to get our body ready for it. And today I'm wearing my customized Die First Didn't Quit coach shirt. I haven't wore that in a while due to some life issues. But today I'll be your coach on benching, close grip. I'll show you how, if you care to watch or listen. If you have any questions, or even if you have tips, because we can all share the information. All right, so how I prepare for benching. I will start activating my back muscles. And these are rhomboids, traps, lats. Traps technically not in the part of the chain of the back in terms of innervation. but they play an active role in scapular stability. We want our traps to be able to retract our scapulas and rhomboids. So we are going to be activating those muscles, wake them up so that they properly stabilize their shoulders during the bench. Right? And then do these band pull apart at different level, because this will activate different areas of your traps and rhomboids. So if you do it at this level here, this will also apply some tension with your lats. This level here, there we go, pull apart there. Pull apart a little higher to the chest. Activate a little bit more of the lower trap to bring it down to your chest. And then we can do it with your hands over your head for your shoulders. Do it over your head, behind your neck. There we go. Flare out the scapulas. This is just dynamic warm-up of the shoulders, shoulder blades, traps, rhomboids, everything. Just to get them work. It also a dynamic stretch of the chest. You don't want a static stretch the chest before a workout, but you do want to contract it in the stretched position. Now I'm stretching a little bit my lats and shoulders this way. So now that I've done these pull aparts, I'm going to be targeting the traps directly. And for that, we're going to do with a resistance band, set a certain lower weight or lower height, sorry, than your torso. Going to take this band and then you're going to do the Y figure, activate the lower traps to pull down your scapulas as you go up, like so. You can do a few repetitions. People don't realize how important your back muscles are on the bench. You think it's all chest, but what keeps your shoulder healthy is all your back muscles keeping your shoulders stabilized. Then we're going to do the T figure. Activate the rhomboids, rear delt, and traps. The rear delt is also a stabilizer on the bench. And we can do the W figure, sorry. Keep your elbows near and just flare out like this. Now that you've got a proper mind muscle connection with your back muscles, you're going to be able to fire them up properly on the bench to stabilize your shoulders. Here we're activating the lats by pulling with your arms straight, directly like that. The lats is the main stabilizer on the bench, especially on the eccentric. So when you lower the bar, your lats are the ones stabilizing the descent, or they're the prime stabilizer. Squeeze oranges in between your armpits is the cue. All right, so our back is ready to fire up on all cylinders. What I'm going to be doing now is specific to my injury for my shoulder. I will be doing some active release of my front delt and upper trap because I had a subscapularis tendonitis here, so I have to really have it release tension there. So I'm just going to take the ball, and by passive release is just rolling on it, all right, directly on the insertion, which is underneath the front delt. So I'm just going to do a little bit of passive release, and then there's the active release where you will be activating the muscle. So the subscapularis muscle is an internal rotator of the humerus. So you want to try and roll at the same time as contracting the subscapularis to bring your shoulder internal rotation at the same time as rolling. So this is active release. You can also use this and do some circles around with your arm while doing ball rolling. So this is active release. And this is just specific to my injury. All right. So that I have released that part. Oh, I forgot the upper trap. So the upper trap is a little bit more awkward to get because it's sitting here on top of your shoulder, and so you will have to put your ball on the trap and go against the wall, force yourself into the wall, apply pressure with the ball, roll, and then you're going to feel your upper trap get crushed under the ball, and you can do some rolls, and again you can do some active release at the same time by rolling your arm up and down in a circular motion while rolling the ball at the same time. There we go. All right, now that I've released tension on my shoulder, what we're going to do is we're going to activate the pectoralis and separate the fibers between the pectoralis and the separate the fibers between the pectoralis and the delt. And you can do this with a rubber band. The most tense one you can find. I'm using a black one because it's pretty tight. You got to put the rubber band right across your shoulder joint right here. So it'll apply pressure on your pec insertion and on the delt. And you pull yourself into it, let it drag your shoulder back. Right?
And by doing that, with your shoulders back, you're stretching out the pec, but contract it. And so you're doing a dynamic warm-up of your pecs. Get it contracted in the stretch position. Contract it back. Just activate the pec. Get a controlled contraction. All right. You can do this like 8-10 times. Just get good contractions, feel the pec, and then you can do it on the other side. All right. Our warm-up and activation procedures are all completed. We can now start warming up the actual movement pattern itself, which is the bench. We're obviously going to be starting with empty bar for 45 pounds. We'll do that for 16 reps, just a few reps. Get some contraction, controlled, different tempos, get the stretch out of the pec, contract, get a good feel for it. All right, so closed grip, normally the regular grip for me would be about this wide. That was neutral. I do train sometimes wider, but not further than the rings themselves. And for me, this is normal right here. And closed grip is going to be just slightly outside shoulder width, just slightly. And what this does is it keeps your elbows close to your torso, and the prime, it activates your triceps a lot more than regular bench press. So that's what we're trying to do here, is still get the chest as the prime mover, but the triceps are bringing into a lot more into the movement. You still have to stabilize your shoulder blades the same way with a regular bench. Use the leg drive the same way. If you really want even more tricep activation, you can go and do the false grip like this, but make sure you're safe. I use a cage, I have safeties, I can do this because the bar can roll off if you don't have control of your wrist. But with the thumbs inside like this, you'll get a lot more activation of the triceps.
All right. All right, so we did a set of about 16, 17 reps. Got a good feel, different tempos, get different stretch stimuli. So we'll rate this 16 reps for, that was RP like 5. I don't even know why, hold on. I am not in the warm-up. So first warm-up was like 16 reps at 45. It's done. All right, for the second set, we'll go to 135. So one wheel. We'll do that for like 10 to 12 reps. I'll say 10. And the rest period is not accurate here. All right, I'm going to do a set. And after that, I'm going to have to take a short bio break.
All right, shoulder stabilized, leg drive up, push out with the triceps, bring it over shoulder joint with the lats, keep the tension up, and warm up. So we got 10 good reps. Close grip with 135. And now we're gonna head out for a quick bio break, and I'll be right back.
There we go. We are back on. I'm sorry about that. Just bio break, a little longer than expected. But we will be filling up on water. And we'll be completing our third set of warm-up, which I think we will put at 165. We'll do 155 for 6 reps. We'll see how much this brings our 1 rep max, close to the weight we want to put on the bar. So let's do this for 6 as our third warm-up. What does our third warm-up looks like now? Obviously it hasn't updated the bar, but we'll put the weights on regardless while we wait. All right, let's do our third set. All right, again, we're going to be doing, is the bar updated? Yes. So if we do this, 155 for 6 reps, this gives us a 1 rep max of 186. And we intend to put 185 on the bar for a working set. So this is a good warm up. And put that phone down. I decided to go 1 more rep because I was feeling it a lot better. So we did 7. Close grip, 155. We got that little extra one in there. That was still like RPE 6. Load is 155. Gives us 191 1 rep max. And for our working set, we're going to 185 for 8. Targeting RPE 8. Meaning after completing 8 reps at 185, we should have 2 reps in reserve. And we want to do 4 sets of that. So that's our workload. It's planned for today. So 185 will set the platform bar app up. This is going to be working set number 1. We're at 75% intensity. 85%. 185 pounds for 8 reps. And we'll have rest periods of 4 minutes between sets. We will load the bar. So 185, I believe, is a 25 pound. Yeah. So we'll leave that pen here if we need to make adjustments. So 25 pounds, one on each side. All right. Now I haven't been using the other app, which normally gives me my rest timer. So Jeffit is going to be started. We're doing upper body B, my workout program here. And this is all mingled up with some modifications I've made before because Jeffit has an issue by keeping the program the same. So we do have bench press closed grip, so this stays there, but we don't have regular bench. We don't have incline curl. We have a dumbbell bench press. We don't have the one arm bicep curl. We have the tricep, nope. We have the cable one arm tricep extension. But in here, dumbbell, I'm not sure there's going to be any dumbbell reverse curl. Dumbbell reverse bicep curl, there we go, it's here. Cool. We're going to do 6 sets of that. 10 to 12 rep range. We're going to have this superset it with the one tricep extension, and the curls will actually come in before with no intervals. So we're supersetting dumbbell reverse bicep curl with a single arm tricep extensions. We take 2-minute break between supersets. And this is a superset. There goes save. Good. Now we're going to start that workout in Jeffit. And close grip, we did 45 for 16 reps. And then we did 135 for, I think we did 10 reps. Yes, we did 10. And then we did 155 for 7. And now we're moving into 185 working set for 8 reps. So this is loaded with 185, and we should be ready to go. We're doing 8 reps of that. got 8. Oh. The chest and the triceps are on fire. I think I still had like 2 more reps. This is a good weight for this range. So our first working set is in. All right, so let's go take a peek at who's on Twitch, Health and Fitness. All right. We got Vudtige, Ben Rice, and King Nick, who's playing Fortnite. All right. All right, let's do our second set of close grip bench, doing set number 2, 185, targeting RPE 8, and I really feel this pec more than this one and this time, and that's good. That's good. This means this guy is getting activated and stops being lazy. All right, let's do a quick set of 8. So I lost my shoulder stability on the right side a little early on the set, probably 5th rep, I think. Made it a little harder. So we did our second set of 185 for 8 reps. Although we lost shoulder position around 5th rep. So we're going to try and maintain this stability. So we have completed 2 sets, and I'm going to have to update the Barbell app to 3rd set, which is upcoming in about 2 minutes. That thing on? Yeah, we're still on. All right. And it's going to be in about, oh, I forgot to log it. So we'll just say another minute. Another minute. Another minute or so, we're going to do a 3rd set of close grip, then we're going to be moving on to dumbbells. It's one of the exercises I hate doing, and not because I hate the movement pattern or I hate the actual workload. What I hate is the loading of the dumbbells and the prepping of it. It's long. I don't have a dumbbell rack, so I'm using the dumbbell handles, the loadable handles, and it's always a pain to set up and adjust weight. I wish I had an entire rack of dumbbells with every weight possible. Fortunately, it is not in my budget right now. And if it was, then I'd be opening up my own gym somewhere. Stretching time for Blood Siege. I'm watching her stream at the same time. What do we have here? Yeah, I said we'd give it another minute, and it's past that minute, so it's time to go. Do a set and stop scrolling the phone. All right, still we're doing 185 for 8 reps. Let's try and maintain shoulder stability better than last set. Those good reps. Shoulders stay stable. Good reps. Whew. Whew. All right, we're gonna log this set so we get our rest timer. Hey, did I just miss a follower. I didn't hear coming up. But thanks for the follow, Ojo Silva. I completely missed that. I'm sorry. Hopefully you're still there to hear me show my gratitude on you following up. Ojo Silva. When did this happen? We missed it. That was like 2:44. That was like 5 minutes ago. Anyways, thanks for the follow. It's very appreciated. Thank you very much. I'm watching another streamer. Her name is Voltige, and I'm just gonna add her Instagram here. On my regular one. I'll say Voltige. Size 36. All right, let's do our last set, all right, shall we? Let's do that for Ojo Silva, who followed. This fourth set is dedicated to your appreciation, to my appreciation for you following it up, following my channel. And as a, when I said that, redeem myself for missing your follow when it happened and realizing it later after. All right, set number 4, 185, 8 reps. Dedicated to Ojo Silva, latest follower on Twitch. Oh. That was a 4th set of closed grip bench at 185 for 8 reps. This was probably RPE 9. But the goal was to do that weight at a minimum of RPE 8 for all of them. So 185 for 8 completed. So we got a bunch of volume done today on the close grip. And now we're gonna have to we're going to set up the gym for dumbbell bench. Now this is going to take me 5 to 6 minutes easily to set it up. And the chest is very tight. My arms are feeling really tight in my shirt right now. So we're going to move on to dumbbell. And that's going to be working set 1. We're going to, that's 75, but we're going to put 65 pounds on those for 8 reps. And now, if you don't mind, I'll hit another quick washroom break. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. So I'm going to be setting up the the dumbbells for bench pressing. I'll be needing these.
Thank you for everyone getting step in, and I hope to see you on other day. I think Coach Seb is streaming, right? Oh yeah, we're gonna raid Coach Seb.
we have the dumbbell setup is a little awkward in this rack, but since I have loadable dumbbells, it's a hassle, but we are going to do it regardless. So we're using a barbell to do dumbbell bench press. That's a first, I'm sure. Oh, there's a raid going on. Oh, thank you, Baptiste, for the raid. I was trying to load my dumbbells here. It takes a while. I'm going to be going to do dumbbell bench press, but thanks for the raid, Baptiste. Those who don't know me are here for the first time. My name is Sébastien. Also known on Twitch as Coach Seb. I stream my workouts and try and help everybody on the community on Twitch. Give them tips, or even they can give me tips, just sharing the knowledge. And if you have any questions, just shoot out on chat. Anything I can help with, I'll be able to provide. You can even chat about anything, regardless. It's awesome. Just gives me a little bit of a distraction in having gym bros around during my workouts. And if you feel like giving up some tips, also there's a tip page. Everything goes towards improving the channel. But anyways, thanks very much and welcome to my channel. Thanks Baptiste again for the raid. But I'll here. Let's go back to my own channel because I was watching your channel, so I ended up on my own channel with the raid. Shout out to Baptiste, I think it's 1636 IG. There we go. For whoever is on my channel, Baptiste streams her lifting streams as well. She's a very strong lady, and she's doing weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting, which is something I would enjoy doing at some point. But anyways, she's streaming her workouts also. She's a great person, and just give her a shout and go into her channel. Interesting workouts. We're all working out to better ourselves, become better versions of ourselves. That's what we're here for on Twitch, and help you out at the same time. I'm just gonna set up my my dumbbells here because my rest period is pretty much over, and we don't want those muscles to fall asleep. About that. And as I was explaining before, I do not have a dumbbell rack in my home gym with all the necessary weight, so I have just loadable dumbbells with using normal plates. I'm just gonna mute my own channel here because I keep hearing my feedback. But yeah, so I use those loadable dumbbells and I use those spotter braces so that the weight that I'm putting in, they're really awkward to move. Setting up on the bench, so using these, it keeps my shoulders more stable and less risk of injury, because that's how I hurt my shoulders initially. Especially this one was on incline bench, not using the spotter arms, trying to get into position, fell off a little bit, tried to recover, but then I strained my subscapularis muscle and took me a few months to recover from that. So, lessons learned, we're now using the safety spot brackets so that this does not happen in the future. All right, but I'm happy to say though that my bench is now back to its former glory before injury, and now we can continue growing beyond what it was. And I was supposed to load 65 pounds on each dumbbell, and if I look at my bar load app here, it's going to tell me
I should put a 25 and a 2.5 on each side of those. So big 25s going on. Like I said, this is awkward and painful to set up because you got to keep them balanced. So this is 60. We will need to put 2.5 pounds on each side. And this is a 65-pound dumbbell. Dumbbell. This one is locked and loaded. We'll do the second one shortly, as in right now. So 65 pounds, we should be able to do 8 reps at an RPE of 8, which means keeping 2 reps in reserve. And we'll see how this goes for the first set. And move up or down according to our rate of fatigue that we record after the set. Now, this is it, all loaded now. I'm going to do the set right away so that I can not lose, I don't have too much rest. And the bench needs to be back here a little bit. We don't need the safeties on dumbbells because if something goes wrong, we just drop them without being scared of choking ourselves like with a barbell. And these actually hinders the move because those dumbbells are wider than normal dumbbells, so the safeties are in the way of getting the proper range of motion. All right, let's do a first set. You'll get to see how we unrack those safely. You get in the same shoulder position than you would on a regular barbell bench press. Keep them retracted and depressed. Get a little back arch as well. Then you swing forward with your lats and unrack. Turn and rehook. There we go. So we got 8, and I'm pretty certain I still had 2 reps in reserve. So this weight seems appropriate for the level of fatigue we are at right now. So we'll keep the weight at 65, and then we have to do that for 3 more sets. We will see at set number 4 if we are still at RP8 or RP9. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Chit chat, whatever. You're most welcome. I have 4-minute rest periods between sets to recharge ATP. So we did 8 reps at 65 pounds. RP8, it gives us an estimated 1 rep max of 86 pounds per arm. And then we'll start our timer for 4 minutes. So you have over there, the bar load, which tells you what I've loaded on the bar, what I'm going to be, next set I'm going to be completing, and you have my entire program for today. I've already completed the 4 sets of barbell bench press in closed grip position, so putting more emphasis on the triceps. At 185 pounds RPE8, completed 4 sets of 8 of that. And this weight is 75% of my 1 rep max for the close grip bench. I think the 1 rep max is 245, if I'm not mistaken. So 75%, 245 would be 185, which was what we put on the bar. And we completed 4 sets of 8 of that with no issues. Now we have entered the dumbbell bench press zone. Our load was properly estimated to 65, confirmed with the first set, RPE 8. I'm still having a little, I feel a little bit more instability in that right shoulder, although it's not painful, and is able to activate properly, which is way better than before. Yeah. Another 2 minutes, and then we'll be doing our second set of dumbbell bench. After that, on the menu, we have reverse dumbbell curls. Now, I normally do reverse easy bar curls, but the thing is I have a lot of asymmetry between my left and right arm, so I'm doing unilateral work for isolation exercises. So working the arm without the other arm compensating for it, so that the weaker arm, or the arm that doesn't grow as much as the other one, doesn't gets the full benefit of the adaptation. And that's pretty much it. After that, we have single arm tricep extension. So same thing, unilateral work in isolation to try and make this side grow, because this side is overcompensating to this side, especially on the bench press with the barbell. Hence why I have the dumbbell bench press also in there. So each arm are individually stimulated without the compensation of the other arm, or the strong arm. That's how you get rid of muscle imbalances. But some muscle imbalances are very, very, how can I say, stubborn. And I think that since my shoulder injury here, I do have some innervation issues, because the subscapularis muscle is one of the rotator cuff muscle basically, and it attaches to the humerus right here, right? And the whole shoulder, pec, and arm innervation goes directly there. So I think that because it's super tight, it must be having some adhesions in terms of nerve branch there, and it's affecting my entire right side activation. So I'm still working on getting that fixed through massage therapy, activation protocols, active release, and we're up for a set. Let's go. Stop chatting, Zeb. 4 minutes up. Second set. So we got another set at 65 for 8. I really felt my rhomboids and traps activating and keeping my shoulders stable on the right side this time. I had good contractions. And I think I still had like 2 more reps, so we'll rate this at RPE 8 as well. 65 at RPE 8. We're maintaining an estimated 1 rep max of 86, which is good. We're going to go update the bar load for our next set, which I forgot for the second one, but then we fixed it. And our rest timer has been activated. T minus 170 seconds for the next set. Whew. All right, well, pretty calm today on the interwebs. You guys are doing great. I'm almost halfway through my workout. As soon as I'm done with the main compounds, I'm going to get myself a nice protein bar, get some fuel in, and we'll finish up with the accessories. We got, oh, that's wrong. We are not doing 4 sets of reverse curls. We're doing 6, and 6 set of single arm tricep extensions. So today is basically a tricep obliteration day. Those triceps will get destroyed. So the closed grip barbell bench press focuses on the triceps. The triceps are still used even during the dumbbell bench press, not to a same degree, but they're still there, they're still activated. They're still one of the, not prime mover, but they're definitely one of the highest synergists. And on the reverse curl, they're not used because we're using our brachialis and our biceps on the reverse curl. But on the tricep extension, which are done in superset, the triceps will definitely be used. So we're isolating the tricep with an underhand cable extension like this. We're really isolating and killing off whatever's left of the triceps. And get them to grow, because arm size is not all about biceps. If you want your arm to grow, the tricep plays a large role in arm width. As a bodybuilder, that's understandable. As a power lifter, the triceps are instrumental to having a big bench press. People think chest, chest, chest. I say chest, yes. Triceps will get you far beyond what you could normally press. Get those triceps working, get those lats working. All right, we're good for the third set. There we go. I didn't hear the beep. So third set of dumbbell bench. Hey, Great Canadian Bear. Thanks so much for the follow. And for that follow, I'm dedicating set number 3 of dumbbell bench press just for you. So that was a nice 8 rep, still RPE 8 I think. Got a little stretch at the last rep there. Probably lost a little bit of stability on the last repetition. So thank you for the follow, and that got me my third set. $65 pounds, 8 reps, RPE 8. We are maintaining 86 1 rep max on our dumbbell bench. One more set of that. Timer started. 4-minute break. So since no one has questions right now, and until somebody asks a question, I'm just going to babble some science mumbo jimbo to you guys, just so it'll prevent me from looking at my phone. Hey, you're very welcome. How's the workout been so far? It's been doing great. Been great. Today's upper body day, and doing some bench. A lot of unilateral work. We got one set of compounds of barbell, but the rest is just unilateral to try and get rid of some muscle imbalances, focus on isolating certain muscle groups. This is my second bench day in the week. We're doing great. And welcome to my channel. You're Canadian, I am Canadian as well. I'm actually based in Gatineau, right across Ottawa, the capital. Where are you at? And also, are you working out today? Are we actually gym bros online right now, or? "90 seconds for chest obliteration protocol, where we'll be performing our 8th set of bench. Chesticles and shoulders are being destroyed." Not to failure. No, not to failure. No. My programming right now is to RPE 8. So if I do a set of 8 at a certain weight, I make sure I have 2 reps in reserve every set. I program to failure once in a while to increase my training max. This week I did go to failure on my deadlift and on my bench to test out my max, but one set to failure to update my 1 rep max. And all my training weight loads are program based on a percentage of my 1 rep max, which you'll see here. So dumbbell bench, and I just noticed that on the bench press I haven't specified what was the intensity, and the intensity is the same. For 8 reps I work at an intensity of 75% of 1 rep max. Great Canadian Bear, awesome. I know a few people from there as well. And out in Alberta, I'm just finishing off my meal prep, nice. Then heading down to do some core and back for myself, nice. So core and back. Are you training more like a bodybuilder, or are you doing some of the main compound lifts? Or anyways, shout out from Gatineau to Alberta. So Saturday is your meal prepping day. If you're doing meal prepping, I'm guessing you're more of a bodybuilder. But this is just a guess, and I'm often wrong. Goal of 20 reps. So majority of my lifts are 1 warm-up of about 30 reps, okay? And then 3 sets to failure with goal of 20 reps. All right, so going to failure at 20 reps, this is pretty much a bodybuilding program, right? So you want to really tire out the muscle. You're definitely working in hypertrophy range. But yeah, that works as well as long as you get to failure. At this high repetitions though, sometimes it's really how metabolic conditioning. Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I have a shoulder injury as well that I had in January. So I'm more of a power lifter. So I was working usually into 5-3-1 or 5x5 or mainly heavy sets of heavies, like for 4, 3, 2 sets of 2s, you know, doubles and stuff. But now I'm out of competition. I'm in the off season, so to speak, until next year where I'll be competing again. But I am working more in the hypertrophy range, and that range for me is 10 to 12. And as long as you work out at a certain RPE, so RPE is kind of the inverse of RIR, right? So reps in reserve, RPE. RPE 8 is based on a 10, so 2 reps in reserve. Anyways, as long as you train as a sufficiently high enough intensity, you will get the muscle adaptation, whether that is hypertrophy or strength. It's going to be rep range. You have injuries to focus, yeah. I usually focus more towards powerlifting, but right now working to fix some imbalances. Yeah, nice. The 30 rep warm-up usually really changed my mentality towards lifting because it made me realize what was being used versus just throwing weight up. Yeah. Yeah. My warm-ups are a little different, but I can see why the 30 rep is good. My warm-ups, I do actually 3 sets of warm-up, and I will warm up to whatever load I am expecting to put on the bar for my working set. So let's say like today, I put the bench press, I put 100, my working set was 185, right? For my working set. So my warm-up, I did the first warm-up of the empty bar for like 16 to 18 reps. different tempos to get the different stretch reflex, you know, and maintaining different eccentrics, different tempo on all of the reps. On the second set, I put in like 135, which is like pretty light. I do 10, 12 reps of that. And then my third, and I keep increasing the weight up to my working set. So my third set, I did 155 for 7 reps. And if you calculate the 1 rep max of each of these sets, you'll see that the 1 rep max increases every set up to my third warm-up was 1 rep max was 191, and I was going to put 185 on the bar. So that's a pretty good warm-up to activate the muscles and progressively activate them before the actual working set. All right, and yeah, I'm like 5 minutes overdue for my last set of dumbbell. Yeah, those muscles are are sleeping now. All right, let's do this one last set and switch to accessories.
So 8 reps at 65.
So you see on this set I did 8 reps, but I estimate I still had 2 reps in reserve. And knowing that on the last set, on the last rep, I deliberately slowed down the rep, held a little pause at the bottom and push up. So it's not to failure, it's to RPE 8, but still a very good stimuli. I made it a bit bigger, so I used more, 135 for 30, yeah. I mean, 225 to failure for 3 sets. Nice. Pretty strong bencher, my man. Yeah. I demonstrated a little earlier on how I set those up, but I don't have a dumbbell rack with all the weight increments here. I honestly don't have the budget to afford that kind of thing. So I just got some dumbbell handles with loadable plates, which I already own, right? The problem with that, they're really awkward to set in the position if you're starting off from the bench, because normally with hexagonal ones, you have a flat surface you can put on your knees and swing back, right? But with these, you've got those stubbies that it's really awkward to move. So I use those bar hooks as spotter arms, basically. They're easier to handle, and that's initially how I injured my shoulder, was on the incline dumbbell bench, where this arm got, the dumbbell swung the other way, and I tried to recover it under heavy load, and did a false move, and I strained my subscapularis muscle, so internal rotation strength loss because of that, and I've been recovering. But I was not using those hooks, and I should have. That's how I got injured. So now I'm always using them. Are those bars? Yeah, and then I don't go more than that. Slat tier, yeah, and partial intercostal tier last year. Oh, ouch. In the same boat, just like the idea. I like the idea, yeah. It's pretty much a lifesaver. That's the thing, right? On benching, the only unilateral work you can do besides the machines, which I don't own, like at the gym or whatever, is to do dumbbell. But then how do you safely do dumbbell, especially with awkward handles like that? Anyways, we're done with the dumbbells. It's just a hassle to set up. Takes a long time. Now we're going to be using the cable machines, and we're doing reverse dumbbell. I'm not sure how much I can put on reverse. So I think I estimated 20. So we'll put 5s on. Reverse dumbbell curls, because we want to work our brachialis, which is a huge stabilizer on the bench press. Also, not a lot of people know, and I don't know if you guys know, but the brachialis is underneath the bicep. So if you want more arm width, work out your brachialis. It pushes the bicep out. Arm tip. I'm not into bodybuilding right now. I'm powerlifting, but I've learned on the bench press that the brachialis is a huge stabilizer. Better than waiting for a bench at the crowded gym. Hell yeah, for sure. Supinated and pronated rotations when curling is what I throw in, yeah. Yippers. So these are 2.5s, which we will not use. But we need 5s. All right, so I won't need these handles, but those are the hooks that I use. This thing's not gonna stay there. They come with a little fabric to wrap around the actual dumbbell, but the fabric with the Velcro is really unstable on the wrist. And so I took them off, and in order to hold the dumbbell there with your hand and have a more stable grip, what I did is I just took some rubber piping and slid it open like this, and I just put it in here. And this is a much better and stable grip when the dumbbell is in it. Yeah, I got cables on my rack. Yes, I do, and I'll actually use it for my tricep extension. I have a upper and lower attachment point. So I normally do my reverse curls with an easy bar, but because I'm working some imbalances right now, I want them to be unilateral, so that's why I've switched to dumbbells, because I don't want one arm to be compensating for the other one. Hey, curtain's closed. Thanks for the follow, buddy. With weight swinging, with the rack? No, because it's got a post. It's got a real, it's a real cable attachment, right? So it's got a post, and it tracks pretty easily on it. The resistance is a little higher though than on commercial gyms, because they've got better pulleys, a lot more pulleys on the system also. So while I could do tricep extensions with 40 pounds on the gym, here I put 17 and I can barely do it. So there's a lot more resistance. And thanks for the follow, curtains close. I will dedicate my next set for you. Thank you for the follow. So we're taking the bench out. And I was doing tricep extensions at 17 last time. And this is going to use the higher attachment point. Just using an underhand grip. But I think we're starting with the curls, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, curls first. All right. So I'm going to look at myself in the mirror to make sure that I'm doing this right. I think those felt pretty good. It's hard to keep a really pronated grip with those. So it's going to be angled a little bit, kind of similar than with the easy bar. So I think I did 8 of that at 20. I'm supposed to be doing 10, but I will be keeping the weight that way and doing 10 next set. So reverse curls. We did 20 per arm for 8 reps on the first set, so we're short 2. And 17 pounds CC weights. So 5 and 5 is 10. 2.5s. That's 15. And I got fractionals here to make it 17. And on accessories, I go to RP 9 or failure on accessories. On the main compounds, I don't bring it to failure. I stay within RP 8. But on accessories, those are isolation exercises, so we can bring it to failure, or RP 9 at the bare minimum. So weakest arm first. And see how the plates, sometimes they rub against the post and makes it even more resistance. I was 12, pretty much RP 9. I don't think I had another rep there. So I probably had like another rep or 2 on the right side, but that's the imbalance here. So I don't want this to go over what this arm can do, so that this arm can catch up to the other one eventually, right? Whew. So 17, we did, how many reps did I do? 11 or 12? Well, I'll just say 11. Lost the count. Ah. So we'll see on the curls how many reps we can do in the next set. And these accessories, I'm doing 6 sets of those. I'm doing them in supersets. Obviously, because the curls uses the bicep and the brachialis, and the triceps are not used, so I can switch directly to tricep extensions without resting, because the triceps aren't being fatigued on the curls. But between supersets, I just rest 2 minutes on accessories. On main compounds, I rest 4 minutes. "40 seconds. We'll keep the weight at 17 for the tricep extensions. We can put the safeties back on, and that'll be one less gym hazard. All right, we got our ringer. Set number 2, keeping 20 pounds for the reverse curls. So I got 12, but I can feel this tension right here a little bit with the pronated grip on this side, not on this one. I'm just going to be careful on it. That's RPE 9, definitely. That's 12, RP 9. So we did 20 for 10 reps, or 12. I think we did 12. On the arm curls, 17 for 12. On the triceps, and oh my God. So this would be 2 sets of tricep extension, but on the bench press, I did close grip, so this was bringing the triceps in. So in terms of volume affecting the triceps, I've done 8 sets of bench, and I'm going to be doing 6 sets of tricep extensions. Of course, the triceps are not involved to the same degree on the dumbbell bench than it is on the close grip bench, so I don't consider this to be junk volume. but they are definitely getting fatigued, and doing these are basically killing whatever's left in the triceps. Right now, I can feel like this is a big lump. The pump is unreal. Whew. I'm gonna go fetch a protein bar. I'll be right back. I can still talk because I got a remote mic. You don't see me, but I'm there. I'm a ghost of Seb Jim. And we're gonna have a chocolate brownie protein today. There we go. Protein or protein. Make a mo. So were you guys training too today, or? Oh. Next set is up. Gonna turn on the fan. Getting a little hot here. Oh, that last one was cheated. 11 though, RP 10 definitely. These hurt. Poor triceps. So we got 20 for 12 reps on the girls. We got 17 for 11 reps, RP 10. And I'm guessing we'll have to drop weight before we reach set number 6 because fatigue is setting in a lot in the triceps. Right now, they are complaining. We don't want to work. We don't want to work. You gotta work. So, what are you guys up to on a Saturday? Besides watching me train? You guys training too? "55 seconds. 3 sets left on the accessories. And actually, the lifting platform is not helpful right now. We'll just take that away. Gonna take a look. This is Ben Rice on, but take a look at what's available right now on Health and Fitness. Because soon, after my next 3 sets, we're gonna raid something. All right, we're up. Fit set number 4. Ouch. Let's go 10. Couldn't get quite full extension on the 10th, so I'll have to drop weight to stay in that rep range. All right, I'm going to be dropping 2 pounds of that for set number 5. So we'll go down to 15. Oh. Anyways, thanks everyone for sticking around. I have to log my set. So I did 20 at 12, but I don't really like doing that with dumbbells. You know what I'll try? I'll try doing it with just plates. I don't have 20-pound plates, but yeah, that's the problem. When you have 25-pound plates. I'll try the 25-pound plates. See if we can get a better grip, because right now with the dumbbells, my hands tend to do this and it kind of gets into a hammer curl more than anything. So with the we'll try with just with the plates. Thanks for streaming. Good motivation to get down on my own, to my own gym. Nice. Awesome. Glad I was helpful. Glad I got you going, man. That's what we're here for. That's cool. So are you heading there now? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, a few people from there as well. Alberta. Oh, cool. So that's why we're saying down to my own gym, in my own gym. Well, it could have been that you are owner of a gym, in which I would be privileged to have talking to you today. But you are the owner of your own gym. It's just in your basement. That's cool, just like me. What type of equipment do you have? You have a cage and platform and stuff, or just a half squat, half racker? Oh, next step. We're going to be trying plates for the reverse curls instead of the dumbbells. See if we can get a better. Ooh, that's going to be heavy. Nope. I don't like it. We'll stick to dumbbells. We're down to 11. I have a cage, small weight, dumbbells. Still looking for a decent use set to show up on Kijiji for higher weight. A TRX, nice, and a treadmill. Well, I have an elliptical here, which I never use. Because, one, I hate cardio. I cannot understand whoever is doing cardio. And I'm absolutely in awe of people that loves to do cardio, because I'd hate it. I just can't stand being a mouse on a wheel thing. But I do understand that cardio training is important. So what I choose to do is get involved into a sport that gets my heart rate up without me noticing and thinking about watching TV or sticking around for 45 minutes. So I started playing ice hockey, and that's a nice hour of HIIT, especially when you're short bench, where you do like 2-minute shifts, 1-minute break. Heart rate goes up, 170. Make sure the defibrillator is close by. But 2 games a week, that's my cardio. And yeah, so the small weight dumbbells. Yeah, that's the thing, is like once you start watching TV, then your intensity goes down and you're kind of not ruining it. You're still doing it, but it's kind of diminishing the benefits of the actual cardio workout because you're not bringing the intensity up. But yeah, I have the elliptical, mainly useful when I was forced to do cardio here during COVID, where all the games were canceled. I couldn't play hockey, so at least I had that to do some form of cardio, but it was not appreciated. I hate it, and I'm just glad my next hockey game is Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to cardio. Look at that. So that's how I coach people, is like, if you don't like cardio, you want cardio in, find a sport you love. You'll just do your cardio without even noticing. If you like running, go ahead. Badminton, go ahead. Stay active. But some people do enjoy it, and that's fine. It's cool. So your weight, your dumbbells, are they the adjustable ones, like the one that goes 5 to 50? Those adjustable dumbbells are freaking retardedly expensive. I was looking at the Ironmaster ones, I think, at some point. It was $1,200 for a set. And I'm like, dumbbell handles, $40 a pop. A few plates. Gets the job done, you know. What I wish I had, and probably would be my next upgrade, it's not TRX, but it's okay. But yeah, my next upgrade would probably be cable flies, 2 cable machines on each side of the rack, so I can do flies and more chest work. Hey, King Nick, how's it going? How's your day? Hey, Ben Dark Green. Yesterday was Flex Friday. Yesterday was leg day for me, so I had to flex my quads, which I don't have. Well, Ben Dark Green, welcome to the channel. We're Canadians. Well, I am a Canadian, and we have another Canadian on the channel as well. To your question, I will answer 9. I do not speak German. I know a few words. Achtung and 9. That's pretty much the only ones. Thanks for the follow, Ben Dark Green. Welcome to the channel. Hi from Canada. Hope that it's nice and sunny in Germany, although it's probably close to being nighttime right now, right? What was good? My German? You gotta be kidding me. Well, thank you. The stream's going well, thank you. Got a few peeps to chat today. I stopped by your channel today, watched you play Fortnite a little bit. King Nick. And we are, whoa, almost 10 minutes. We need to do our last. Oh, that's because I didn't log my set number 4. That's why. We're still up for our last 2 sets of reverse dumbbell bicep curl. And I've just learned that if I take an outside grip, I get a better pronation. So I'll take them outside like this. It's just, I have to be careful not to hit my face with the stubbies here. Got 10. And now we're at 15 for the tricep extension. We dropped weight because we couldn't get 10 reps. We got 10, but very barely on the last set. So we want to stay within 10 to 12 reps range. But we're bringing this to RP 9 or failure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. That was 12, RP 10. Cheated the last one a little bit. Oh, 12 on both arms at 15 pounds. We did 20 for 10 on the curls, 17, we got 15 for 12 on extensions. All right, sorry about that. Nice. I have been thinking of making my own cable setup, simultaneously splurging on home gym equipment and being cheap about it. Well, depending on your cage, if your manufacturer of the cage or the cage model you have does have an optional lat attachment, it can be attached to it even though you don't have it. It probably already has the holes for the bolts. That was the case for my girlfriend at the time cage, and the lat attachment was always back order. After a few months we couldn't get the lat attachment for that cage, and so I built her one using 2x3s. So set two 2x3s at the bottom here, and then two 2x3s going up, and then two other ones like this to attach at the top. And I ran some pulleys in between the 2x3s with bolts. And for the weight, I just used regular piping, you know, a T pipe, and just like 3/4 inch pipes, or maybe even 1 inch pipes. Do it like that so you can attach some weights. And the two 2x4s, you just put a brace that just has the piping go up and down using the cables. Bender Green, what is your main protein source? My main protein source is gonna be meat. So I eat a lot of chicken, some red meat, pork, fish. I do not eat as much fish as I want to. That's why I'm taking omega-3 supplements. But I do eat salmon once at a time. And I will use whey protein isolate to complement my diet and make sure I get my minimum of, I think my macros for the day is about 220 grams of protein per day. So that whatever I didn't get from the food source that day, I'll just end up putting a little bit extra whey protein in my Greek yogurt at night or something just to balance everything out. But Greek yogurt, also good protein source. Eggs or egg whites if you want to do a lean bulk, because the egg yolks has some fat in it. So if you want to keep fat in check, you can just eat egg whites, the protein's in there. And curtains closed. Hello coach, how do I get that Ricardo Montalban chest? Ricardo Montalban. Switch to incline from flat bench and doing diamond push-ups. Anything else? Well, one, I'm not very much of a bodybuilder, and so I'm gonna have to look up who Ricardo is. Okay. So is that even a bodybuilder? Ricardo Montalban. Okay. Chest. Let's see chest here. All right. So that's kind of like the Star Trek Genghis Khan actor. Okay. There's not many pictures of his chest, but yeah, I know the famous actor from Star Trek. Yeah, I just noticed. I do watch Star Trek. I just didn't know the name. But now that I see it, I recognize the actor. So depending on the chest, it's going to depend what areas of your chest you need to work on. I mean, if the upper chest, you want to stick with incline. But if you're having shoulder issues doing incline, then you can switch to reverse grip bench. This will involve a little bit more of the bicep and triceps and a lot more of the upper chest. But it'll take out some of the front delt into the movement pattern. So when I was injured with my shoulder, I switched from incline to reverse grip bench. Just make sure you've got safeties on, because it is kind of a little bit more dangerous to do, especially if you're in the gym. Make sure there's a spotter with you sometimes, because the bar can roll off. But essentially, it's instead of a pronated grip, you'll have a reverse grip like this. Tuck in your elbows and bring it down. And trust me, when you push it up, you're gonna feel your upper chest work like crazy. It's a good alternative to the incline press, but if you can do the incline press, do it. It works your shoulders as well. Besides that, I mean, you can do cables, right? With the cable, you're going to be putting in a little bit more contraction, and it's going to be working a little bit your fibers differently. Here, do some isolation, because that's bodybuilding. You don't need to do only compound movements. I usually do 4 sets of compounds at the beginning and then isolations afterwards. But yeah. Seems like a good candidate for lightweight, high volume. Yeah. But even, and you may not be aware of this, well, whatever. I didn't either until I saw it in myself. So in powerlifting, even with heavy singles, I competed last April. But when I went to nationals for my client, who I handled, I saw someone who was doing all of his bench lift reverse grip. And it was the first time I saw that in competition. He was benching, and there's no rules against that. I mean, as long as you follow butt on the bench, shoulders on the bench, and the bar touches and you wait for the press command, there's no rules to have a pronated or a supinated grip. So he was doing all of his singles, heavy lifts with a reverse grip. So that tells me 2 things about this person. One is that his upper chest is stronger than his lower chest if his reverse grip bench is stronger than his normal grip bench. So, yep, he did. But like I said, it's an edge case. There's some people that are stronger in certain areas of their body than others. They're out of the norm. Sacre bleu. I like that. All right, I'm going to do my last set here. Can chat more right after while I clean up the gym. One more. Come on. God. 11. We took everything out on that one. God. Oh. I'll count 10 for that one. The 11th one is not fully extended. But we killed the muscle regardless. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. So you get to see that that arm is clearly stronger than anyone. What a nice little home gym, man. Oh, thank you very much. Well, it was progressive work. I was super happy to have bought my cage like literally 2 months before COVID hit. And so while everybody was panicking, because the gyms were closing and then all of the gym equipment online went boop, gone in like seconds, I was already set up and working out at home. And so within 2 years, I buffed up, I became super strong, and most of the other people gained weight, and they were like, what happened to you? You lost 100 pounds. And I'm like, yeah, I did. I was lucky enough to have made one of the best decisions of my life, setting up my home gym right a bit before COVID hit. So I was like, perfect timing. So we did 11 reps on the curls. We got 15 pounds for 11 reps. No, I said 10 because the last one was cheated and I'm not counting it. And this concludes our workout for today. What have we lifted? We have lifted 13,550 pounds in volume. And that's for an upper body. When it's a back day, it's a little bit more encouraging to look at when it goes above 36,000. Now I'm like a third of that, but it's volume. Muscles understand tension, not numbers. Tension is the name of the game. And volume. Volume is king. So, yeah, so the home gym is pretty much a work in progress ever since. Buy a little bit of accessories here and there, but as long as you get, the basics, which is a bench, a cage, a few plates, a barbell, dumbbells, and you're good to go for a lot of for most of the programs out there. If you have a cable attachment, that's a plus. But I mean, even with cables, without cables, you can still do, like for rowing, you can do barbell rows, or for your cage, I have a landmine attachment, so you could do T-bar rows. There's always a way around not having cables. But it's a blessing to have, for sure. I also even have a cardio machine, which is not being used, like as I was explaining a little bit earlier, to Great Canadian Bear. I feel like all home gyms are always work in progress. Yes, they are. You finally finish, and then you find something else you want. Exactly. The latest one was the SSB bar. So I always been big proponent of doing back squats, low bar, and work your shoulder mobility, work your bracing and lat activation on the actual back squat. But and I was looking at the SSB saying, oh well, this is kind of a way to cheat your way to get making leg work without getting work for your back and for your shoulders. But I mean, it's a tool, and I've identified my weakness on the back squat to be my quads. And so I started programming front squats instead of back squats, so just get the quads working. And my friend had that bar, and he can't squat anymore because he's got a bone spur on his femur, and he can't back squat anymore. So he lent it to me, and I tried it for a block, and you get pretty much the same quad activation on the SSV than you would get doing front squats. So yeah, I'm happy I have tried it, and it's probably going to be a nice addition to my gym eventually. So this is my friend, but I'll probably get one. It convinced me. Besides that, I made my own platform for the deadlifts. It's modular, so instead of making one big piece of 4x8 platform, I put the foot platform here, which is I think 36 inches wide, and 2 extra pads on the sides. So if I need to take it out or move it somewhere, it's modular, so it's still pretty heavy, but you can get back into position. It shifts a little when I deadlift, when I drop the weights, but it's not that important that it gets annoying. But if it would eventually get annoying, I would just make a frame around it to hold them together. That was my plan, but it was never annoying enough for me to do it, so I'm just keeping it that way. Other than that, plate rack and some dumbbells, and we're actually done with the dumbbells, so we're going to store all of that. I got a landmine attachment for the cage, and one of the best upgrades that I've done was the landmine. Okay, that 10-pound is not the right place. OCD or CDO triggered. So a landmine can do T-bar rows. A lot of stuff you can do with that, but the best exercise that I've done with it was isolate the rear delts, because when you're using it's kind of a meadow rows. You just set yourself like that with the landmine. You can really get the right angle to hit and feel your rear delt activate and work it to failure. It's like I've done reverse flies, I've done cable, I've done the pec deck or whatever, the rear delt machine, and I've never felt my rear delts as much as doing it with a T-bar row. Not the T-bar row, but the landmine rear delt row. So I'm glad just for that I have it in my arsenal. The only thing that's annoying right now are these dumbbell handles, which I hate. But they're there and they're doing the job. I'm not going to be investing over $1,000 just for dumbbells because I'm annoyed. Are you looking up into any upgrades for your home gym right now? We're going to do a little bit of stretching. Or post-workout stretching for mobility and hypertrophy. Because stretching induces a hypertrophy response or hypertrophic response. Please bear with me. English is not my main language. I used to use the corner of the cage for landmines. Yeah. Yep, that's great. Though I may have to look into the attachment for that. Yeah, the attachment is pretty cheap. I think it's like 40 or 50 bucks Canadian. That's the one I got was from Fitness Avenue. I'm not sure if that's available to you in Alberta, but there's the Bells of Steels. I'm sure they're making one. But the thing that I don't like with Bells of Steel is that it's kind of proprietary stuff. Like their holes are all like a diameter that doesn't fit with the standard. So you can't get any other attachment besides them that'll work with the cage. And my bench is a Bells of Steel bench. It's a very good bench. And it doesn't need to be compatible with my cage, so that's why I got it. But yeah, the landmine, it's easy to set up. It's less of a hassle because in other gyms, when I coach people to do landmines, I'd probably stick them in a corner of the house, but in a corner of wall or in the corner of the cage. But this can damage your bar depending on where the bolts are, or it can scrape the paint or whatever. So we'll use a cloth or something. But it doesn't feel as stable. But it's definitely something you can do without. Plate pegs for the storage, pretty good. And I made some improvements to my cage myself. So one of those was the safeties are in metal, and when I train to failure, I will miss a rep where I'll drop the barbell on the safeties, or when I do rack pulls, it'll damage my bar. It'll take the knurling off. So it's still a shitty bar. I don't really care about this one, to be honest, because it was just $100. That one over there was a little bit more expensive, so it's never going in the cage. But one of the improvements I made was just get regular, I think this is 3/4 inch or 5/8 rubber piping, and then slit it open. Just put it on top of it, so whenever the barbell drops on it, the knurling is protected. So it's not to protect the cage, it's to protect the barbell. And the other there we go. Yeah, the tennis ball trick is good. I've seen that before. That's also a very good tip. Very good tip. And the other upgrade that I did was this cage did not come with holes or pegs on the bottom and top posts. And if I wanted to train specific bench variations, either reverse band or band bench press, I didn't have any attachment on the bottom to be able to attach resistance bands for the bench press. So I used a drill bit, and I drilled 3 holes, and just using a regular hitch pin. Now I have an attachment to put the rubber band on. either at the top or at the bottom. I have it at the bottom too. I drilled 3 holes. I mean, it doesn't really affect the integrity of the cage itself. Because those are not load-bearing pegs. These are. And the next upgrade I'll do to the cage, something that's really annoying. In my first upper body day, I have face pulls. I program face pulls for rotator cuff and rhomboids and rear delts. But my attachment point of the cable here does not allow me to do them standing or even kneeled because of the angle that it gets on the cable here. It rubs and grinds the cable on the metal sheath here, and so there's a lot of use on this. So the next upgrade is probably going to be doing a drill bit and drilling a hole there and place a bolt with a spinning spindle on top here to protect the cable and kind of like act as an extra little pulley for the top one. Nice. I was like, it's like home improvement, but like gym improvement. It's what's fun. And you guys can't see, but I made some other attachments to the rack, which is like kind of redneckish. I guess I got nowhere to be, so I'm just gonna keep the stream going. And I'll show you the attachments I made. I made an attachment for doing barbell standing calf raises. So here, all my attachments are in the part of the gym that you can't see with the camera, but I made this out of 2x3s with a anti-slip thing. So when I do calf raises, I can just stick that in between the posts, and then I can get the stretch of the calf at the bottom and then push up, and it keeps it very secure between the posts. So I'll just unrack and hold my hands like here and have like 300 pounds or so on the barbell and just do that very safely and stable because I don't have anything to do standing calf raises here. And for the seated one, there's going to be the bench on the safeties. But who trains calves? So that's one attachment that I made. What else I got? I made a preacher curl attachment because on my bench, the Bell Steel doesn't have the leg curl or the leg extension attachment. So, and I don't have the arm curl either. So I made a preacher curl attachment for the cage. So basically 2 pegs. I just put this here like that, and I got safety pins here to keep it from going out. They're in the other bench, but then I can just got a pad here, pad there, and then I could just do my curls this way. But I haven't done preacher curls in a bit because I'm doing some a lot of unilateral work to work out some imbalances. But it's still an option for me right now. What else? Also, when I bench with some folks, which I need to spot or we want to give handoffs, it's a little hard to give handoffs on the bench with that peg here. So you're going to be trying to, you're not high enough to give a proper handoff. And some of the guys that I bench with and that I've invited to come over and bench with me are benching in the 500s. So yeah, it's not like I can give them a handoff that easily. So I made a platform which I still need to put some rubber padding on it. So basically a 2x3, no, it was a 2x4. I can just stick in here in between. There you go, and it even fits. There you go. So it even fits with my cable machine in there. I just need to adjust it. There you go. It's kind of a little platform here. So you'll be standing a little bit higher to be able to give a handoff to someone on the bench. There you go. And I can still use the lat attachment that way. There's tons of stuff you can do. All right, so I don't remember the setting. I'll show you the last and the most redneck attachment I made for the cage, right? Because I don't have a way to do leg curls or leg extensions with that bench because I don't have an attachment for it. But I can do leg curls with the cable with the bench if I get ankle straps with chains and individually attach each ankle to the cable. I can do leg curls that way. That was never a problem, but I can never do leg extensions. And so I devised a way to do leg extensions with the cable machine in the cage. Hold on, I'm gonna set the cage for that. I think I had set this being fine. It's been a while since I used it because I haven't programmed leg extensions in the last 3 blocks. But I think that's how high I need to put it for my next attachment. Hold on. I mean, this might not be at the right height. And you'll be like, oh my God, what the hell? So I'm going to be removing these. I'm going to have to take off the platform. Nope. And this attachment is not complete. It's still a work in progress or a proof of concept stage, basically. So I've put it's kind of a seat that sits on the safeties like that, all right? And now you can probably see where I'm going with that. So you'll use this as your backing of the bench, this at an angle with your feet dangling here with ankle straps, and then you can pull on the cable to do leg extensions. And I think this looks a little high. Let's try and put it that way. There you go. Yeah, this looks a little bit better, methinks. And you just get like ankle straps. They're dirt cheap on Amazon. And now the trick is to get the proper length of cables to reach all the way there. Here I'm going to use chains. Just to figure out the right length. And obviously for the backing we'll use a some padding. This is the regular barbell squat padding here is pretty good. You know. And you're probably gonna laugh when I start doing this. But hey, it worked. So I think I went up to like something in like 100 pounds or something. Last time I used it, I'm just gonna put 70 right now as proof of concept. Now I think I had 2. That's gonna be a little long. Just have to figure out the right length, right? And again, it's something that takes a while to set up. Need 2 carabiners. So I take these ankle straps, put it in. This way. Put the carabiner attachment here. There we go. On each one. And then is to get attached first. Just attach both legs to the same cable. There we go. And then you just get set up yourself. Like that. And then you can do leg extensions like that. There you go. You can brace yourself really well in the cage. 2. Oh. Nope, I missed one ankle strap, but you know, you get the idea. Yeah, exactly. Lots to set of time, but if it works, who cares? So you just, because leg extensions are usually an accessory and isolation exercise, I tend to always superset those with antagonist muscles. So if I do leg curls for the hamstrings, I'll superset them with extensions, and that becomes problematic because I have to take down the entire setup between sets to put it myself back into leg curls. So that's really a bummer. That's why eventually I'll probably get a second bench which has the attachments for that. But right now I can do leg extensions and leg curls, but it's too much of a hassle to do in a superset, so I have to do them in isolation. Otherwise it's too much of a waste of time. But yeah, there's lots of stuff we can come up with. And there's actually, I don't know if you know this guy, most of these ideas, what's the name of his channel? He's got a YouTube home gym stuff. Let me find him. DIY gym. Rack attachment. I'm sure it's gonna be coming up. Whoa, volume's a little high here. Sorry about that. Let's cut this. Nope, it's not that. Kaizen DIY. There we go. This channel. There, I found him. I'll link it up. Hold on. He's got tons of ideas, and the next one I wanted to do is the bull nose attachment. Not sure if I can find it. Hold on. Anyways, I'm just gonna link his channel right here. There we go. Lots of ideas for home gym improvement on this channel. And yeah, there's a So yeah, if you have the minimal tools like a saw and some wood, and you know how to screw things together or bolt things together and do some measured cuts, I mean, there's lots of stuff you can do pretty easily. Oh yeah, demonstration's over. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful in any means or any way. You know, I need to set my gym and clean the gym. Tomorrow is rest day, so Monday we're starting a new week, and it'll be back. So we're doing deadlifts, and we're gonna be in the 6 rep range, working at an intensity of 80%. No problem, man. Welcome. Look him up. He's got tons of good stuff. Pretty good. Let me know if you decide to do any improvements. Yeah, and another thing that I might be investing in also is probably going to be chains eventually for bench press and squat, but those are super expensive. I think it's like $100 for one chain. So the leg extension is my own design though, and the lifting platform as well. Sorry, the bench press platform is also my own design. But the preacher curl attachment though was his Kaizen's design. I'm just gonna set that up and store them in their usual place. See, I've also used these for even the spotter or those cheap hooks there. So the barbell doesn't get damaged on those. I think personally, I think it's a bad design to have bare metal hooks for holding a barbell. So at least these got like plastic inserts. Kind of helps. But eventually I might invest also on the roller ones, the ones that have a roller to shift the barbell like that. Especially on the squat, helps a lot to center yourself. I probably will do some of it in the middle of work transferring me, so I'll be waiting until after the move is done. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Sounds like a very good plan. Is work transferring you to a different city? And you'll have to move houses, like literally move? It's about dinner time, so I'm gonna finish cleaning up here and I'm gonna do my stretches, which I haven't done. We work chest and triceps today and biceps. So that's what we're gonna be stretching, right? So the bicep and chest stretch. Oh God, so tight. All right. I missed a bit. Wife got in the way. Wife aggro. That's fine. That's good. All I said is work transferring you to a different city, and will you be forced to move, like actually sell a house or move to a different house? All right, so we held that for about 30 seconds. We're also going to switch arms. Stretch the other pec. Oh. Yes, they're transferring me to the opposite side of the province. Wow, it's no longer the same city. So we'll have to get a new house out there. I hope they're giving you a nice bonus for that move. Otherwise, what's the incentive? Is the incentive that you're just keeping your job? That would be... Hopefully not. Hopefully there's a nice bonus for you in there. All right, so we're gonna stretch out triceps. Yes. Oh God. Those triceps are like really tight now. Oh. Same side. I'm gonna have the back. How about I just put it on the other side here? Limbo. Oh. Oh. Whew. Yeah, those triceps are really tight. It's part of my contract. We transfer about once every 3 to 5 years. Okay. Wow. So I guess kind of a cross country. Me, it's I get to stay at my place for a little while longer. Still working from home, and that's the reason why I can work out this much. Basically, I used to be working downtown Ottawa, which is about, let's say, 30-minute drive from here. But I would take the bus, so it's an hour commute to go there in the morning and back, so 2-hour commute per day. And when I started working from home because of COVID, then I ended up with 2 extra hours of commute that I didn't have to do, and I'm like, oh, I can work out. I can reallocate this time and work out longer. And that's how it all started. So I'm still working from home now, and I'm gonna ride this for as long as I can. Getting paid to be a tourist, nice. Well, let me know if you get transferred to Ottawa. We'll hit the gym. There's quite a few good gyms here too. Our sponsor's gym is kind of in limbo right now, but yeah, hit me up if you ever get transferred to Ottawa. Oh, that was not really bright. I will not say what just happened right now because I'm ashamed. Moving on to some different subject. I think I'm going to be ending the stream right now and head out to eat dinner in Gatineau. There are not many gyms that can support the type of training that I'm doing. So they're kind of mainstream gyms like Anytime Fitness and stuff like that. There's one that I sometimes go to coach clients because they allow you to charge a PT fee if you both pay your entry, whatever. I think it's called Gym Max, and they have a section for CrossFit. So we can use that section for powerlifting, well, not bench, but squat and deadlift. But for bench, it's really lacking because CrossFit doesn't do bench. And so you'd have to use the gym's bench, which are not ideal for pressing heavy due to shoulder stability issues. They don't adhere, it's not large enough, and blah, blah. So it's dangerous to bench heavy weights. So if you just want to do volume, that's fine, but you're still not going to be able to volume as much because of shoulder instabilities. But anyways, it's hard to find a gym in Gatineau that will allow training for strength, basically. Most of the gyms won't even allow you to deadlift because it's disrupting cardio bunny's peace of mind. So yeah. So I could go to those gyms to do an upper body day or something. Those gyms will also, you'll be able to do squats, but deadlift it's kind of a rare thing here. Yeah, I can do it at Gym Max in the CrossFit section, but then again, CrossFit has got rubber plates, so you can't stack up that many plates on a deadlift bar or on a bar. Hence why I started building my home gym. Yeah, exactly. So here I got pretty good padding. This is a semi-detached house, so I got a neighbor over there, but he doesn't hear me lift. I got rubber coated plates with rubber padding, so it doesn't do that much noise for them on the other side. They haven't complained about it, so I'm good. And I'm in the basement, so people upstairs don't really complain about it either. So when I coach the deadlift, I coach people to not hold the weight on the way down. So I'll let them drop the weight, but keep them in their hands. And so in a gym setting, this is problematic because it'll make a lot of noise, right? And for me, it's unsafe to coach the deadlift by keeping the eccentric contraction of the lift. So I'll teach them to do Romanian deadlifts instead, but it does not work the capacity of the concentric portion of the deadlift, which is what the deadlift is. So yeah, it's an issue. There's one, it's called 3 Tons Gym. I think they're in Gatineau. They are specialized in strength training, but it's a niche market and it's rather small. So I made some calls there. I can coach there, but it's limited in space. So other people have priority over the equipment. It's not ideal. So my ultimate goal was to open up my own gym, but that takes some capital. That takes a lot of investment in terms of time and stuff that I cannot currently invest in. So I'm doing it virtual, live, online. I still coach people powerlifting at some gyms in Ottawa and in Gatineau, but scarce. Long-term goals, yeah, long-term goals. All right, man. I'm gonna be heading out. I'm gonna make myself some nice dinner, do some meal prep tomorrow. And this was a very nice training stream. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for entertainment. Hopefully everything we've done today has helped you in any manner. And thanks for the tips. Very welcome. Thanks for all the follows. It was great. Great training. You guys got me through it. And hopefully I was able to provide you with some help and some ideas. And please stay tuned. I will be streaming again next Monday, hopefully around the scheduled time, 4:30. Sometimes life happens and I might start the stream a little later on. But anyways, I digress. You guys have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. Rest up, bulk up, cut down, whatever you're doing to reach your goals. And don't forget, die first, then quit. And I'll see you all again on Monday. Thanks for the chat, Great Canadian Bear. See you around, hopefully soon. Have a great day. Cheers, guys.
Forget about the the past, we destroyed it anyway. I got a lighter in my pocket, but got nothing to say. I'm far away and I'm missing you, but I know that I will see you again. As I remember yesterday, thinking about who I used to be, I can feel a change is coming, but feelings are my enemy. Sealed in with the reflection, close your eyes on this confusion. Shed some light on the situation. I can tell you that we will make it through. Forget about the past, we destroyed it anyway. I got a lighter in my pocket, but got nothing to say. I'm far away and I'm missing you, but I know that I will see you again. Forget about the past, there was nothing we could do. I left a letter in your pocket explaining it to you. Now I'm without you by my side, and sometimes I miss those crazy times.
Memory of you still lives in me. Everything I do and all that I see can't seem to find a way to let go of setting my heart free. This feeling drags on with me day by day. Time acts like a status to me. I'm missing you in every way. I'm slowly dying, can you see?
Forget about the past, we destroyed it anyway. I got a lighter in my pocket, but got nothing to say. I'm far away and I'm missing you, but I know that I will see you again. Forget about the past, there was nothing we could do. I left a letter in your pocket explaining it to you. Now I'm without you by my side, and sometimes I miss those crazy times. As I remember yesterday, thinking about who I used to be, I can feel a change is coming, but feelings are my enemy. Forget about the past, we destroyed it anyway. Forget about the past, we destroyed it anyway. I got a lighter in my pocket, but got nothing to say. I'm far away and I'm missing you, but I know that I will see you again. Forget about the past, there was nothing we could do. I left a letter in your pocket explaining it to you. Now I'm without you by my side, and sometimes I miss those crazy times. Forget about the past, we destroyed it anyway.